Hello, Commander.
Yakuza, Yao Yakuza.
Yeah, don't say that.
So it's Gen versus POGfish, yeah?
Gen versus POGfish. So we're gonna see the horse versus the fish. So I think it's gonna come down to what type of terrain they're fighting on. If it is a water-based terrain, we will likely see POGfish come out victorious. However, if it is a land-based terrain, I'm expecting a Genesis game. If we see air-based terrain, I'm going to suspect that Genesis might have a little bit of an advantage, seeing as they are probably related in some way to Pegasus's. But
Pegasus's or Pegasi?
I think it is probably going to be about an even match.
But isn't like
I think POGfish would win a sky-based fight.
Yeah.
Because, like the horse is gonna fall faster than
Flying fish.
than the.
Wait,
fish.
no, physics based on physics. They both hit the ground at the same time. If that's
All
what you're
the same
thinking.
fucking rate.
Flying fish, though.
Well, depends. How high up in the air do they start?
It does probably.
I mean,
high.
okay. If you're adding air drag into the or like air resistance into the equation, then technically the horse has,
Do not say
lower,
unprofessional things.
surface area,
slurs,
right?
Euphemisms.
Your
things
mother.
that make DPL look bad.
Your mother, but on dome.
Yeah.
God,
But
Revenant
here's
is
the thing.
so
You
bad.
also have to. You also have to
includes
factor in the
engaging
weight
with
of something.
shit talking of individuals in the official servers of DPO and DPL.
We shit talking?
Oh, dude, DPC is free. Is fair game, guys. DPC is fair game.
Does anyone use DPC anymore?
No.
What is
haven't watched-
DPC?
DPC.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was before your time.
God, Tetra, you
Oh
young.
my god, he's
motherfucker.
never been in DPC?
No, I've been here for like
Yeah.
3-4
Congratulate
months.
yourself for, avoiding that.
Bro, DPC 10-mans were amazing.
What is
fuck's
DPC? What does it
DPC?
stand for?
Oh my god.
Dude Process Central.
Okay,
No, collective.
that's all I fucking needed. Jesus.
Hey, boys, what if we got
want-
ready
I know
for the
this-
stream because both teams are ready?
Are they?
Are
Okay,
they? I mean, I
alright.
don't think they are.
I
Pogfish
don't
is
think
still
they are.
Yeah, I see
screaming,
POGfish screaming.
Pog and Jen seem ready.
I'm actively watching them
Please
scream
inform
Yakuza.
Biako that is POGfish in the screen.
Pogfish are actually screaming a T, and I'm watching the play.
Oh my god, they're tying with our Yakuza right now? Oh my fuck.
Yeah,
Holy-
Fishy just
POGfish
goes,
gonna win.
yo, we have to leave after this round.
You can wallbang that?
Global died to pit, actually. Sorry,
All
There's
according to
still, like,
plan.
some pits you can wallbang.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
Old
God.
ones, old ones.
That just got fucked by Rico. Holy.
Sweet Jesus.
Hop in towards
It's Macy Gay.
Sweet Jesus.
Oh, lovely.
Alright, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm
That
gonna
was
go.
the luckiest shit I've ever seen.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yes.
Dad. Okay, there.
Oh, he's got the nade, though.
Oh, he's got the nade. What
Kill
will
him
he do
the
with the
nade.
next round?
Kill
Let's
him
see.
with the nade. Kill him with the nade.
We're gonna have to look until next round to see what he'll do.
Oh,
With it.
he's
Dude, nade,
in
dude, if
fucking
he nades,
cargo.
if he nades the landing craft, I will lose my mind.
Please,
Dude,
Dad,
name the
please.
Fucking naval craft pod.
Oh,
game mode,
this map is fucking busted. Fishy, literally, you can look here and look all the way into carrier.
Yeah.
There's like you can look through there, you get an angle there.
Dad, nade. Dad.
Throw the nade.
Oh my god, he has it. Does he see him?
No.
He dropped it.
Way too far.
Ah.
Still cleans up the kill. Good
Yes,
three
okay.
piece.
Ah, okay. Pog shit, damn. Kind of popping
Damn,
off.
chill, bro, chill. No
GG,
talking,
guys.
no talking back.
Tetra,
Yeah.
if you can provide me a clip after the stream
Whoa!
of you actively calling Pogfish Pog shit, I will PayPal you a $5.
That is the easiest fiver I've ever got. It'll be right at the end. I'll be like, GT to Pog shit for winning against Genesis.
Yes.
And that was the last game Tetris casted.
I was told by Zombie that I'm allowed to swear like max twice
Oh,
on
ow,
stream.
fuck.
We're fine. If I say
We're
Pog shit, Have you watched DPL podcasts? They actively shit talk everyone there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but that's the podcast. Not
Yeah,
the, stream,
the
or not
job
the
is to
stream
shit
match.
talk
That's true. Yeah.
Boys, we
Alright.
got 1 minute
Brenda.
left. Okay.
Brenda, let's go.
I mean, I don't know
I
what
just
you're
muted.
expecting, mate. I'm ready to join in, but they're still scrimming. Oh, they bounced.
Who do I mute? Do I mute Sashrooms? No, I don't want to mute Sashrooms.
I don't want to mute Ghost.
You can mute Ghost. I can serve
Wow.
you.
Okay, kind of rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Hold on. Where's
Red's
Fishy?
a giant poo-poo head.
Don't say
Ha
that.
ha,
He
you
gets
can't hear
yuck
me.
himself.
Oh, he was saying something about me.
Ah. Are
Let's
they?
go. Let's go. We have to wait for them to like actually join.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
you join while the game is
God damn it.
spinning up, then you get problems.
Yeah, I think I
I'm
did
in.
that, so I'm gonna restart before issues occur.
I'm in.
Oh, Gerd. Yeah, store to get ready to geist.
What?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
who's mentally not prepared but physically here.
All right. Good luck,
Yeah,
have fun,
same
casters.
question.
Bye. Ooh, man's throwing ass. Ooh, man's throwing ass. Ooh, man's throwing ass. Ooh, man's throwing ass. Ooh, the whole team throwing ass. Hey, POGfish, let's go. Oh, I hope you guys are ready for absolutely fucking pain and suffering. And when I mean that, I mean your boy's gonna be not only fucking casting for like 3 fucking hours, he's recording this shit. So we got ourselves POGfish versus Genesis. POGfish, excuse me, as we had heard, out here just cleaning, taking W's, taking some L's. They out here getting bread. Genesis, of course, being the fucking gamers that they are, you know, just kind of rose to the ranks and got the bread. Now, of course, the big thing on everyone's mind is going to be, well, how is POGfish going to do? Operation Yellow Shield here, a very clean, classic factory map. You got the generators in the bottom left, bomb on the east side of the map, and it looks like we're going to be having Genesis, if you couldn't tell, as our attacking team. POGfish on the defense. And it looks like they're going to be prepping for a 3-2, 3+ Saber going into Generator, which is quite surprising. Casting crew talking about how there is a crosswork, but silos is kind of like the silo is kind of like a ad hoc office, because it is up in the air, but there is no office on this map. Oh no, it looks like they did decide to actually move the Saber to storage, so they're going to try and clear out storage and then make some magic happen through that. Casters are talking about how you can basically conga line through servers, but we will have to see what they plan to do once we, you know, really get into this little party here. Doesn't look like my production team is giving me too much grief, which is great to see. And it does look like we are going to be kind of rolling here very shortly. A lot of flares. Look at that. So they are, it looks like the defending team, that being POGfish, is expecting a potential speed run of the power. Now, a few key things I want to point out here. We do have Foom on the I know he's just got an Igmar. Okay, so never mind. He's just got, it's 2 Igmars, KRU, Legros, and a Gruber. So nothing too wild and crazy here from our defending team. But it looks like we've got AP25, AP25, Black Tar, and the Saber. So we do have the Saber out on the attacking side. So it is going to be quite the ordeal to see what they plan to do. Now, door gets opened. That's going to alert Aisha. Team's going to kind of recognize that. We do. Ooh! Saber goes big, though. Reptar immediately picks off Aisha, and they are now into storage. So attackers making their way in. Now, Snarms is ready for the guy on Saber, but now he's going to get completely picked. No! Snarms actually gets Reptar on the Saber before he gets cleared out of generators. So the attacking team is now down 2 attackers, of course. And it looks like we're going to have the, they are going to be able to clear out some of Generator, but Snarms is still sitting there, waiting for them to push in. Fishy goes big, only gets 1 though. Foom is down already. I don't even know when he fell over. Snarms is now down, and all that's left is Dad on the attack here, or on the defense, excuse me. immediately gets found by Playboys and is going to get completely picked off. So, well done by the attacking team. Very methodical. It was almost like we were watching Rainbow Six Siege, you know, when the tutorial goes, you know, you need a slow and methodical approach. Very well done by the attacking team. You know, the defenders tried to kind of get into these really good advantageous positions, but frankly, it just wasn't really good. I mean, and I don't mean that in like a bad way. I mean, it's just the attackers just did everything right, you know? They were able to recover the saber, excuse me, so that's big deal. Gonna take a big pull of that water because we're gonna need that to keep us going. This is, I believe, a best of 3, so we'll have to be careful with that because obviously that means we have a lot of due process that is gonna get casted today between POGfish and Genesis, but this will be first round. I do know Genesis has been kind of getting their eyes on Coconut, a guy that I've actually had the wonderful, pleasant opportunity of interacting, chatting, and playing a couple of rounds with. Coconut, god tier player. Holy cow. That kid just clicks foreheads and bodies drop, man. It is nuts. Next map is going to be, or next round, excuse me, is going to be C-Store. Classic old C-Store. Looks like we do have, no, there is no skylights, so be very curious to see what they plan to do. Now, it does, okay, so we have the wall breach. That pretty much tells us exactly what they're going to try and do. They were able to get the saber, so the saber is still a viable option for our attacking team to try and utilize. Operation Rushing Retribution. Excuse me, now that sounds very cool, and you can see the casters are already talking about how, excuse me, the opportunity for that wall breach is going to be very big, but Tellers is also going to be incredibly powerful. If they can get a flashbang in there to clear it out, then they'll be fine. But it doesn't look like the attackers are too keen on trying to make anything happen with that. So on the Genesis side, we do have Central, methanazine, ethanol, and Playboys. I didn't see the 5th. I don't know if they've already recruited Coconut. We'll have to take a look. But then of course you have Dad, Fishy, Snorms, Foom, and I'm missing one more. But we'll get those last guys before we get started here. Looks like it might just be an all-in here on the wall breach, and you can literally see Fishy is already talking about how it's going to be a potential wall breach push in for our attacking team, and we'll have to see what they plan to do. Excuse me. Not only does it sound like I've smoked 12 packs a day for the last 15 years, but I also have not been getting good sleep because work is an absolute nightmare. F in the chats says the attacking team. Aisha, Dad, Foom, all sitting storefront. They know the risk at hand here. Shots go off. Snorms in the tellers with the shotgun. Going to try and make some magic happen. And of course, Fishy, the only real ranged player here with the Legros. Lot of play here. Lot of play for our attacking team. And actually, the defenders pretty well set up. But yeah, everyone kind of expects it to be a wall push. Everyone's expecting it to be a wall push. Aisha and Dad are kind of aware of the opportunity, but that explosion is going to pull them in immediately. Flash goes in. Storms is going to rotate. Okay, they do. Okay, I was about to say, the Snarms had a pretty good opportunity of catching Central out, but he's going to tell his team that they are starting to work their way into storefront here. Another, I think that was a flash or something, I don't know. Yeah, oh, it was a grenade. Okay, grenade to clear out the barbed wire. Molotov goes out, completely stops the push, and we have 2 more attackers now on the eastern side of this storefront entrance, but they are having a tough time. They are not able to get in. Another flash. Yes, a flash goes in, starts to clear everyone out. Dad and Fishy. Fishy finds Previo, but Aisha falls over. Fishy gets a double for his trouble, and there's still one man on the saber to try and cover. Fishy falls over after getting the leg roast. Foom with the rotate. Very well done. And all of the attackers are starting to have to work their way in. The saber having to be brought into the front of storefront. Very risky when you have 3 players with very close range weapons here on the defensive side. Flashbang goes big. Catches Foom. Foom is definitely ate it, but he's going to have a difficult time. Playboys sees Storms. He's going to start touching it. Storms is just going to open up that door. But Foom gets another wall bang. Holy Jesus. He's just coming over and saying hello. And again, it looks like Reptart is going to have to back off and save the saber for later. The clacker, of course, getting picked up. But that was a failed attack on C-Store here by Genesis. Dad doing a nice little spin in celebration, as that's going to be the round, saving all the way. But Foom, Fishy, going so big, completely stopping it. Spins like a bunch of madmen. I love it. You love to see it. But yeah, that's it. These guys are just done in terms of rounds, and there is nothing else that is going to be happening. Bomb's going to tick away, and clickety-clack, the bomb is gone. Defenders take their first round, so this is going to be a back-and-forth match. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for promotions, as we heard the casters talk about, so a lot on the line here for both teams. POGfish, the opportunity to get into DPL and really just meme around with the best of the best. Genesis, an opportunity to rise and really strut their stuff where they think they belong. So, very, very big deal. A lot on the line here. Moving on, though, to our next round. Let's see where we will find our POGfish team on defense. Survey says it is Kill House for round 3 of our first set. They did save the Saber, so obviously that's going to come into play here. But we are on Legion Halt. Obviously, reception, eastern side, club with bomb in the middle. This is always an interesting kind of map to play on, and the reason for that is if they do decide to go reception, they can actually use the wall breach, if they still had it, to open up backstage and allow them to push. It looks like, though, we might be seeing a bit of a 3-2 lockers and reception, which makes sense. We've seen the wall breach get used, we've seen a door charge get used, but they still have one extra red that they can, or one breaching charge they can use if they choose to. Looks like the attackers are actually going to be going for a bit of a unique push here. So Saber going to be going through lockers, keeping line of sight in club, but as you can see, it looks like their actual intent is to clear out the northwest and northeastern side of Kill House, so that way they can use the Saber's line of sight to try and get some more picks on POGfish. You can see how they're stacking up. The intended desire is to clear out office and then catch maybe whoever's in kitchen in a bit of a pincer move, which is frankly a great way to secure some extra picks if possible. Then once they have that, like I said earlier, they're going to be trying to use that line of sight which they have through Courtyard to try and get some additional picks. Defenders for their part, Molotov to hold club or backstage, with barbed wire on kitchen. Nothing too surprising. It looks like they might actually have a guy sitting in office, which would be really fascinating just because, again, they are kind of expecting that rotate. The mop finally coming out on Fishy. Fishy, the go-to guy. Both power items, the auto shotty and the mop here on the defense side, which makes sense. It is the last round for this for this set. But as I always like to say, there is a bit of a curse when it comes to the using the auto shotty. Usually whenever you see a DPL or a DPR team with the auto shotty, that usually indicates the player using that is going to get either one pick or no pick and die. Auto shotty has been very kind of suspect because of how quick it comes. Molotov. Oh, baby, we're done. And Fishy goes big. Dad is going to hear the guys pushing into backstage. Starts to wall bang. Attackers don't see or hear anything. Flash goes out. Storms is going to hear the two players clickety-clack in. He's keeping tabs. Lets Dad know. They do start to see them, and great communication. You can see that POGfish is doing great to just keep tabs as these guys are rotating. Man rushes in. Storms finds him. Oh my god, he didn't turn around, and Storms actually falls over. Dad gets the refrag, thankfully. Centaru just ran in and didn't even bother to check the corner. Okay, we've got two people left. We've got one man left. And oh my Lanta. We got our set. Oh, hang on. Aisha falls over. Fishy with the mop. Dad with the NAC 11. Fishy's going to back up to the table. The KRU. He's got no more utility. Can he get the mop? Dad with the rotate. This is going to be big. If he buys enough time. There we go. Fishy's going to start to try and get the rotate. Playboys is in a rough spot, and that's exactly how we need to see POGfish playing. They are playing so well in these first couple rounds. The real question is, in 2 maps, will they be able to keep this momentum? This is a great momentum set for POGfish. They are coming out here and absolutely memeing on Genesis right now. This is huge. These first rounds are so important because it not only sets the tempo for the rest of the series, but also helps your team rally. This is kind of the first 2 sets are usually more of the exploratory. You're trying to figure out the other team. You're trying to figure out, what they do. POGfish is playing on fire right now. They are rotating. They're getting good picks. You saw Dad on that last round. They're like, hey, Fishy called out that he was getting pushed. Dad immediately started to rotate. He realized he was safe. He knew the last guy was in lockers, and he went straight for it. That is great. That was such a big play by POGfish. All right, here we go again. Factory, yellow shield. Teams have swapped. Attackers, POGfish, defenders, Genesis, generation, I don't know, millennials, Gen Z, boomers, Anyways, so we'll have to see what they decide to do. But, well, Foom is making 10, 20, 30, 40. What is he doing? I wonder if he's talking about the range. I always like to see, like, you can always tell the energy of a team in the beginning based off of, oh, Dad, XD. He's calling him 40, XD, let's go. So, looks like we've got ourselves quite the map on our hands here, but, Aisha, kinda cute. Aww. Aww. You love to see it. The blush. Amazing. You love to, like, this, POGfish has always been, you can tell their energy based off of the drawings. You can always tell the energy based off of drawings. Ooh, we even got a Snarms in the drawings. You love to see it. But again, in like map 2 and 3, if they're down a couple, you won't see these kind of drawings. You won't see the energy. You won't see the kind of energy, but this is always good. All right, so Mop immediately out here for Genesis. Aisha, Fishy with the Saber as well. So it looks like we're gonna have a, this is the first time we're gonna see a little bit of divergence in terms of preferential style here from attackers / defenders. Obviously, Genesis preferring to have the Mop already out in play. We're going to have a 5-stack here on storage. Molotov goes out, and yeah, it's going to stop the push. It does pull him back. Looks like the defender is going to be able to get all the way back into Toxic. Legros goes out, a little bit of damage traded. Actually catches Fishy with a Saber, so pretty big deal. Flash catches, oh god, the poor defender's running everywhere. But the defense from the defending man, Legros, is just getting fired out here as we have players just dropping left and right now. Igmar, attacking team, just falling apart. Mop finds the Saber on Fishy. That could be huge. Foom finally is going to get into generators, but it's too late. The Molotov is already there to stop him from pushing. I feel like Foom was a couple seconds late on that push. He really needed to kill off the... Oh, hang on. Hang on, they're dead. What happened? Snarms went hot with the double, and then Dad catches Reptart. So the Saber gets repicked. And then if they actually go... They know that the Mop is out there in generator, so they're going to go shopping for it. This is huge. This is huge. What initially turned out into a very ugly engagement is now going to be POGfish's advantage. Big play, huge play here from POGfish, and they're gonna go up to. It's gonna be a 3-1. Yeah, Fishy's talking about it. I mean, the casters are probably talking about it. That was a big pick from Storms. Storms went hot on that round, and it's 3-1. POGfish up 3-1 on Genesis. Well done, lads. Well done, lads. Anyways, all right, C-Store is the next map here for our defending team, i.e. POGfish. No, Genesis, excuse me. But the key thing here is we have an attacking team with not only the Mop, but also the Saber for C-Store. Now, if they choose to save that, they are more than welcome to save for this round, and then they'll go into Kill House with the Saber and Mop if they choose, or they could just take one, or they could take both. It really doesn't matter because POGfish has got, you know, the opportunity to do whatever they want. Memes, says Foom. Ooh. Ooh. Zoom giving us a bit of an angry Snarms. Snarms not really liking it, though. Reason we're not really focusing on the key play out here is, as you can see, the barbed wire going to be getting placed in tellers, going to be placed in connection between bomb, as well as storefront. That's a big deal. Reason for that. Reasons for that. Gear up. Sub 2. Snarms. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right. Dad's talking about the tellers pick. Very big deal, of course. All right. Looks like we might actually have a bathroom arcade push. We don't see any sort of wall breaches. Based on the flashes, they're planning to take from the north down. And you can see the arrow from... gunshots as always. You can see the arrows from POGfish. I don't think they're really planning to go from storefront. We'll have to see once we kind of get into the execution phase. Yeah, shotgun, saber, mop. Okay, no, so they are going to be taking... we might have the wall get opened in storefront, and then it's going to be a northern rotation push by Dad and Aisha. Nope, Dad decides otherwise. Clacker is out here. There we go. Wall gets breached. Shotgun. Nothing in terms of power weapons here for the defending team. But obviously we can see Aisha and Dad making their way through bathroom. Looks like the defenders are aware of this, though, and they are going to start making their way through. We've got the Saber way downtown somewhere, as Aisha, Dad, and Foom are going to start making their way into storage. They start to rotate. Playboy's caught out and gets shotgunned down. Foom keeping an eye for the rotate. Grenade goes out, clears out the barbed wire, and Centurion is going to try and get his way back to tellers. Oh! Reptar catches Foom and kills him with the shotgun. Aisha's going to say hi with the combat. They're going to start saying trade, and no, Aisha kills him immediately. All that's left is one last man here on the hold next to fridges. Dad and Aisha just going through and clearing out these rats here. Snorms with the Igmar. Fishy with the Saber. Flashbang is going to catch. Yep, catches methanoxazine. And just, holy cow, Dad and Aisha just going through and just murdering. No witnesses. Absolutely no way on God's green earth can Centurion make the magic happen. Molotov gets thrown out and is going to completely stop. The defuse is going to get touched. Centurion's going to start to try and force him. But Aisha says otherwise. Holy crap, hang on. Centriari? Okay, finally dies as Aisha kills the last man. Aisha getting a 3-piece. But Jesus, that was so efficient. We are here. Holy Jesus. Dad and Aisha going so hot through freezer and storage. The defenders just didn't bother to acknowledge them. They just kind of assumed that someone else would kill them, and no one did. No one could kill Dad and Aisha. And one thing I want to point out, and this is key here, even though it was, it was an incredibly risky play for Aisha and Dad to go through that, there was 2 of them. So even if Aisha fell, Dad was going to be able to refrag. If Dad fell, Aisha was there to refrag. And so there was always a good opportunity that someone on the POGfish team would get a frag on Genesis, which was huge. That was brilliant play by POGfish. This has just been POGfish's series to throw so far. Alrighty. Looks like we're going to have more or less the same push here on Legion Halt. POGfish looking to try and open with the red door. We saw them use the wall breach. I don't think that we saw the... Excuse me. No, they have 2 reds. They did not open the storage or the door in on a generator on factory. So POGfish has an extra debt if they choose to use it. But yeah, you can see they're already talking about trying to go through a lockers, which is frankly a good call. I mean, it is a very solid location to try and push in through. Of course, the defenders are already communicating about how they want to try to set up some barbed wire. There's a breach for a green door, which is an absolute meme and a half. But, you know, you love to see it. You definitely love to see it. And a smoke, interestingly enough, here for POGfish in courtyard. I'm really curious to see if that's maybe to allow them to rotate without getting mopped. But they should know that Genesis doesn't have mop. They picked it up on factory and then lost it on C-store. But, you know, they won. They won the round, so it's not like they have it. You know what I mean? Igmar is going to be sitting in kitchen. Auto Shoddy sitting in office, which is probably about the best choice that you can get for that. And here we go. Let's take a look at where our attacking team is going to go. So it looks like, yeah, it's going to be a conga line towards lockers, which makes sense. 2 people sitting on the east side. Nope, never mind. We're going to have only 1 defender on next to backstage reception. Lockers gets opened, and nobody from the defensive team is really kind of moving to respect it. I'm kind of concerned here. Again, it's almost like Genesis doesn't... Ooh, baby! It didn't land perfectly, but that's okay. Auto Shoddy is in a huge spot to go big, so I'm a little bit concerned. Here come nothing, literally nothing. The Auto Shoddy is the most cursed weapon in Due Process Rivals. It is incredible how little that gun has done, even though it's considered a power weapon. Of course, we have the defenders starting to rotate. Snarms throws a great flash, clears out kitchen, door gets open. Playboys with the Igmars, they're going to see. No, they are not. Okay, Snarms starts a wall bang, forces Playboy away with like 1 HP. And Fishy with the saber completely destroys Reptart. And these guys are just making it look like another day in the office as POGfish is going to go and have almost a perfect match here. 5 players alive. Snarms gets caught finally by MF Aisha gets destroyed by, or Dad gets destroyed by Aisha. Doesn't really matter though. There's only 1 man left. He's got 25 HP. And Foom with the auto shotty destroys him. 5-1, a 3-round clean set here from POGfish. Another day in the office. Another day in the office for the boys in POG. Good God. Good God. Genesis needs to rally. They're getting mentally destroyed at this point. POGfish can take the first map. That's not the end of the world. But if we see in the next round that they more or less just, if Genesis does not get on the board either one more time on their defense set, or if they don't get 2 rounds in the next ranked set or series, they are going to be mentally destroyed, and there will be no way that they will be able to recover from from just the mental mindfuck that POGfish is giving them right now. They're getting absolutely just bodied. But this is kind of what you would expect from a double defense round. POGfish did a great job, at least getting 2 rounds on the board. So it's not too surprising, but you know this is kind of running away with them. Operation Golden Edge here for our Thunderdome or Kill Dome, excuse me. Caster's talking about obs and how excuse me. Caster's talking about observation and how much line of sight it gives you, obviously. Dad talking about Alex. Bonet? Who? Did the man's just DDoS Fishy? Oh God, their dad's just out here DDoSing people. It's so rude. Hello, chat. You can always tell when POGfish starts memeing. You can always tell when POGfish starts memeing, man. Fishy ass. Yeah, they're just destroying Genesis right now, so it always hurts. You always hate to see it, but that's what happens. I mean, you can literally see the energy of POGfish. You can literally see it just in the drawings that they're dropping out. Anyways, let's talk about this map here now. Obviously, we've got ourselves a huge map on call. Power weapons, none. A lot of just kind of basic ranged weapons. We got the Legros on quite a few, the KR-82U. We do have a grenade on Aisha. Pretty big, kind of interesting to note. Flashbangs, pure AP-25s. Nothing of note, real note so far. Fishy making some noise just to kind of try and bait the guy in observation. Of course, we have... Wow, no smoke gets used, but the Molotov does force the team to halt just a little bit. That is extremely disrespectful on the POGfish side. The fact that they didn't even try to use smoke in case there was a mop watching beach. But as you can see, they are just coming in and just making their presence known. Molotov goes out, doesn't really do a whole lot. But, you know, not the end of the world. As we can see, one man still sitting pit. Quite a few players here in OBS, as you would expect. You know, guns going out. We need to see a rotate. I feel like this is the kind of time where oh, God. Aisha, oh, hang on. Aisha gets picked out by Reptart. Reptart ends up getting refragged by Fishy. And the entire team is now in OBS. Foom, keeping an eye out just in case of the rotate. But, again, it's another case of we really need to see the guy in pit rotating. He's just kind of sitting there. This is the time where we need to see some magic happen. But nothing's happening. One man in jungle trying to hold off an entire team. Oh, God, that grenade destroys him. And here comes the rotate finally, but doesn't matter. Fishy just runs in and murders him, man. And yeah, that rotate was so slow. That felt so slow. I mean, obviously there's a barbed wire there at OBS that would have, you know, made noise, but he could have gotten a pick or a Molotov or something. And yeah, POGfish goes up 6-1. It's match point for POGfish here in the first set. Absolute destruction. Absolute destruction. They are going out and shopping at this point. Nothing too crazy. And, well, here we go. Attackers, match point. Genesis literally needs to get on the board. Literally needs to get on the board here. You can tell the DPI of the players. Dad had his DPI set to like 9,000. Foom was still using his current setup, so he was only able to spin moderately. And then I think it was Fishy was the last player still alive, and he had his DPI set up to 9,000 as well. Oh God. All right. Well, do or die now for Genesis. They're gonna have to rally. They need to find something that they can get their hands on in terms of communication, or they are going to suffer. They are going to suffer here. We are on Factory, though. I am having a difficult time. There we go. Wolf Empire is our map. And, well, let's take a look at what we're going to see here. Looks like the mop is going to be sitting in office for our Genesis team. Again, Power, though, in Toxic. Not in a very difficult spot to take for the attackers, all things considered. They can easily use a Saber to have good, solid line of sight. And if they really want to, if the attackers really want to, wide snarms. If the attackers really want to commit, they could go for a potential double door. But it looks like Fishy is actually preferring to try and use the fan to open up and try and get in. No man's land here. We've got a smoke. Fishy's talking about trying to just get in. So it might just be a conga line from servers into no man's land using the Pipeworks fan as cover. Now, of course, that means whoever's on that mop is going to have to make some absolute magic happen, because if they can get 1 or 2 frags, that will completely stop this push here from POGfish. That would also put them on the board, and that'd be huge. That would be really, really huge. But, yeah, it looks like we've got some very solid smokes here from the attacking team. You can see one to allow safe passage on the rotate, flashbang to allow them to get in and pick off whoever might be in there, and then a really good smoke, all things considered, to stop the Pipeworks, you know, peak or exposed. We've got an Igmar and and the Mop here sitting in office. Nothing too wild and surprising. And we have KR82U, another Igmar, and a Legros. So the defenders really pulling out a lot of power weapons here on this map. Obviously, the auto shotty wouldn't be too viable. I mean, you could sit him in no man's land, but at that point, you're one flashbang away from having a really bad time, Chief. Anyways. Snarms, Dad with the Legros, what a meme. Aisha, AP25, Foom, AP25, and Fishy with the... Oh, are they going to bait Office? Did you see how they made a bunch of noise down there? So they are going to make their way all the way around the map. Door gets opened, and you can see Aisha and Fishy just going for a crazy rotate. So we do have our attacking team is now going to be getting some crazy magic. Window gets opened. Here comes the smoke. That's great to see. Mop takes his first shot. Doesn't connect with anybody. Great smoke to kind of blind. Now it's going to come on Snarms. They do get the second smoke. Snarms is in. There's no one here in no man's land. So here comes the defuse. There's going to be one man with the ACAR-U. Guns start trading out. Snarms is going to need to get the refrag. Does he get it? He does. So he's going to be able to sit in here. Molotov is going to stop Snarms, and he's going to stay alive just because the Molotov didn't really connect. And guess what? It is all over. Ladies and gentlemen, POGfish going up on map 1, 7-1 against Genesis. Do you see what the chef is cooking? Holy mama. That is nuts. That is nuts, man. That is absolutely nuts. 7-1, baby. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Alrighty, so here we go. We got round 1 already in the works, to be honest with you. POGfish versus Gen. Unjust Ghost, that's about right. Here, and first map it matches Factory. Let's see what else is popping here. Excuse me. It's a bit of a Wild West kind of gun show here because of the all the extra movement and noise and other options or other things going on here. But anyways, key points, a Black Tar here for our attacking team. Dad with the Igmar. It looks like we do have POGfish on defense for this first round. Dad doesn't get the second attacker. Fishy falls over as the attackers seem to have the advantage here for this push. Foom finds the man with the AP25, but the Black Tar does trade him out. It is just absolute madness. Aisha's going to try and push and does find Centri. I don't know. Centaur. Whatever. Baba Booey, there's 2 Gen boys left after the madness. Overall, it was a heck of a skirmish. I think if Snarms and Dad would have been able to find the first 2 attackers that had pushed into Pipeworks, probably would have had a pretty good chance. But all in all, it does give... it does allow Genesis to get on the board. Give me 1 second here. Need to wipe my face. Sorry about that. You ever just like, you accidentally like touch your face and you realize you're like caked in just gamer grease? And so like because of all the hours you spent grinding in the ladder, you're like, dude, I need to wash my like ugly, mug of a face. Yeah, I kind of like rubbed my nose a little bit. I was just like, oh god, I'm like oily as all heck, so need to just take care of that. Apologize for the wait. Anyways, so the good news is Genesis gets on the board. This is round 1, set 1 of obviously like 4. The biggest concern is Genesis needs to get at least 2, and then they need to at least get 1 defense round under their belt. If they can do that, they'll be fine. The problem is POGfish has been going so unbelievably hard against them that honestly, the last match we just saw was a 7-1 murder. Next C-store here, Olympic Gambit. Very wide open, match kind of location. There we go. Looks like it's going to be a potential office drop. There's a lot to discuss with this map. Look at this. You got arcade in the power in the top right, storefront, very large open area, but because of the bomb's location kind of facing tellers, office is actually kind of the best location for it in this case, like an office push. They are going to use a wall breach to immediately gain access into tellers. But of course, as we can see from the Genesis attacking team, they have to be careful of that little corner / nook where the door opens. There's that little like cubby area. Defenders, excuse me, POGfish dropping down a lot of barbed wire. You can see they are very concerned about a potential power play, as there is going to be a road flare there just in case, so that way they can get access. We do have the auto shotty going to be coming out here for the defending team, and a barbed wire to hit the ceremonial obvious grenade that is going to, or a grenade going to hit the ceremonial barbed wire that would be used to try and kind of kill anyone that tries to touch it from tellers. Anyways, this is going to be a very important round here for Genesis. Not so much because of what's at stake here in this map set. Obviously, POGfish is up one whole set against Genesis right now. But on top of that, I guess, I don't know, round? I don't know, because they use round, set, and then series. So I guess we'll use the word series. So POGfish is up a series here on Genesis. We do have the Saber and nothing but AP-25s and a combat shotgun here for, who has that? It looks like it's the Ethanol. Fishy Foom, and a lot of close-range weapons here for our defending team. Aisha with the combat shotgun. I think this is also honestly a big deal, because if they can catch them and kill them on this round, it's going to set so much tempo here for our defending team. Now, the problem is the combat shotgun consistently has the issue of being the curse of our defending team. We're missing a player, by the way. There's someone with the long-range weapon. Dad mag dumps, doesn't find anything. Aisha is still watching this door, waiting for someone to come in. Dad just blind mag dumps a man on the door. Aisha needs to make his move here. He's starting to inch, but he's waiting for the Diamond Hands of Daxi play. Ooh, and Fishy finds Privgod. I don't know. Either way, this attack round is just going to shit here for our attacking team. Fishy finally goes down, but after almost getting murdered here, Dad getting cheeky with his peeks here. Snarms. There's only 2 players left. Oh, hi, Reptart. Where were you? Oh, you were waiting for them to try and get the tellers to open the door and it didn't work? Almost seems like that was a very risky play to only be going in with 4 against potentially 5. 2 Genesis players left here against the madness that is POGfish. They are just absolutely getting destroyed here. And again, this is going to break the momentum of good God, I am struggling today. Genesis. Timer going down, 25 seconds. At this point, it's just a matter of letting the timer run out. The defenders will get to keep their weapons. The attackers will get to keep their weapons. So there's no real interest on the attackers to try and make magic happen. Foom knows where Centriari is inside tellers. But he's got no reason to push him because it's on Triarii to try and make the move in tellers. Aisha going to sneak a little bit closer. Snarm's going to be the first to get consumed by the bomb. Boom goes the dynamite, and we have defenders on the board. This is literally a repeat of of Series 1 here against Genesis versus POGfish. So it's beginning to look a lot like 2-0. POGfish everywhere. Oh boy. All right. Well, what is quite impressive was that I think it was Aisha with the auto shotgun did not make his move or did not make his presence known. Frankly, he didn't really have to because Dad went hard. He got a really good pick. He backed off and then waited for the rest of his team to come in and support him. And Genesis just lost their momentum. They were not able to get any sort of forward movement after that failed skylight push or office, skylight push. You know what I mean? Next map here, Rushing Havoc, as the attacking team is going to have to make some magic happen. And let me actually ping Satrum for just a quick second here. I just keep I just keep the mic 100% hot of the time. It's way too easy to not mute and not realize. Yeah, seriously. Looks like Byako hard crash. Let me just ping sat. Hey, when they are talking about the map, you want me to use sat. And this is crazy, but here's my number. Wow. I think it's fine to stay on map. Okay. Unless there's a prop. Unless there's a prop that you can't see on map. Ah. You can ask Simber. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Yas. Alright, well, I mean, sorry, I'm kind of just communicating around with the production team here. At Simber. Suggestion. Pip. Or Pip slash viewing during the prep and gear 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 up, use sat vision for better color and not just black and white. Then when execution start, oh Jesus, Aisha going huge, I think, trying to get some picks. I'll let you guys kind of just enjoy this map, let you kind of pay attention to everything. Aisha, again, Aisha had the auto shotty. I swear to God, if you take the auto shotty in Due Process Rivals, you are cursed to die. You are cursed to die. Aisha traded, which is fair, but like, the auto shotty is considered a power weapon, you know what I mean? Foom with a huge rotate. He might be able to try and catch one of these Saber boys as they hop over. You can see he's waiting. Fishy is just literally picking people. Jesus, Fishy is literally just picking people. Saber is still on top of Beach. Foom is looking for him, but he can't seem to find him because of the location. And, well, here we go again. It's just one man. It is literally just one man here, as there's no way he's going to be able to make this engagement. As soon as Fishy realizes that the last guy is sitting on Beach, Foom might hear him, but he's kind of looking around for him. Neither player really realizes this. Dad's also kind of just hanging out there. Jesus. All right, well, here we go again. POGfish is just starting to kind of gear up and get their stuff ready to going. Anyways, here we go. Unjust Ghost again here as our attack map. Anyways, sorry about that. Just itchy ears. Anyone ever get that where like your ears just are like oddly like itchy on the inside because like allergies and stuff like that? Anyone else kind of get that? I don't know. Me, just me. I'm weird. Okay, understandable. Anyways, so yeah, Unjust Ghost here. We saw this in the first series actually between these two teams today, and well, flashbangs are going to be pretty solid here for our attacking team. That being POGfish. Again, we are literally seeing an exact repeat of last series. Genesis got one match in the first round, and then POGfish just ran with it. They are just literally just running and murdering everyone on the Genesis team. Casters are talking about how silos could be a really big play, but it looks like just based off of the engagements, we're going to have the Saber probably here pushing Toxic with one man to support, and then 3 players pushing Pipeworks from servers, which, you know, makes sense, frankly. It would work out quite well as not too much risk in terms of engagements here. Of course, the spawning side for the attackers is all the way on the eastern side of the map, so they will most likely hear them conga lining all the way towards servers at the minimum. Let's see, power weapons, not really, just combat shotgun, Grubers. There is one Igmar here on the Sentry REI to try and kind of keep protection over storage, which makes sense because we could see a potential dock rush. But our attacking team has no interest in that. It is nothing but AP-25s. Wallbangs go out, completely giving up servers, which is fine. It looks like the attacking team has no desire for that. Door gets breached. They do have a grenade. Actually, there's a grenade and a door charge with some smoke here for our attacking team. Molotov does get thrown to try and slow down servers. An immediate door breach plus Molotov at silos. Aisha and Snarm's going to be coming in here to try and catch the guy in Pipeworks. Snarms gets caught out of position, though, with a really ugly nade. Fishy gets in. They got one player out of position. Fishy's going to find him. Yes, he does. Foom is now in as well. But you've got one man from Genesis still on the toxic side. Going to find him? Yes, he does. Foom does find him, that is. And, oh goodness, the trade from Eminamethylazine finds Foom and destroys him. Fishy trying to engage with the last man in servers from the Genesis side. And we have a 3-on-2 situation. Aisha, kind of out of position, does find the man with the Legros, but isn't able to catch him. Sentry REI still sitting at docks with the Igmar. He's going to have an easy bead on Aisha. So it's really going to come down to Fishy and what he really wants to do here, as they need to figure out where they can try and push. Obviously, in terms of line of sights, I'm not too sure if they're aware of the Igmar, but you can see Fishy's going to start walking in here, and he's going to get caught in a really ugly position as... Okay, he doesn't find him immediately. Trades are coming out. Aisha doesn't find... Oh, no! The Pog team. POGfish goes big. They do at least trade. And now it's down to a one-on-one. Aisha versus Privy God. Aisha knows where he is, but he doesn't have any utility to utilize himself on. And he's going to start backing off. 27 seconds left here. As he's going to have to go and touch the bomb, he does start to touch it. That should let Privy know exactly where he is. He's going to start forcing the bomb. But there is barbed wire. He knows where he is, but there is barbed wire to try and force the timer. Aisha, does he not know where Privy is? He doesn't hear him. He's put his back to him. Aisha, you lunatic. He baits him and he still gets it. Holy cow, don't call it a comeback. We never left. Aisha says, where is your God now? I only see me up here. And completely destroys Privy. Oh my, destruction of the highest order. He actually turned his back while he was working on the bomb. What an absolute unit. What an absolute unit. Destruction of the highest order. No witnesses were found on today's game. Sat view could be good, but doing first person view during planning phase isn't really possible as it bugs out. No, can't pip while the Argus are at their base at soft locks. I meant as the overview for prepping. All right, Olympus Gambit. This is going to be the match. If POGfish gets in and wins this, they will literally just run away. They will literally just run away with it, and there is no way that Genesis is going to be a comeback. Bruh. Emoji. Yeah, for real. These guys... POGfish is just absolutely destroying. POGfish is just straight up flexing on Genesis right now. And what's even funnier is you've got a team with full profile pictures and everything. And then you've got, like, this cursed Patrick, Snarms being Pog, Dad looking pretty good, Fishy, you know, Fox memes, and then Foom with Sexy Groovier Girl. Yeah. Anyways. So, well, this is going to be do or die here. But the casters are drawing. All right, well, oh, what to talk about besides Privy getting fishy? Foom trades with Privy. Reptart finds Aisha. Snarm's destroying Ethanolazine as it is a storefront push here. Auto Shoddy on Centriari finds Dad and doesn't die immediately. So Snarms doesn't find him. It's a 2-on-2. The Auto Shoddy for the first time since I think we started casting this series here. Never mind. There he goes. I was going to say he's going to find more than just one man and die. But he does. And this is going to be the end of it. At this point, well, I don't think they know where Reptard is. He's going to go for some crazy wallbang. Nope, dies immediately. And that's that. And just like that, it is now 4-1, POGfish favor, and it's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. This is turning into a 2-0. It's getting ugly. Yeah, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Looks like we have our attacking team switching to defense weapons just in case they need to save around here. And there is the tick away. They did save the clacker. They didn't decide to pick up the auto shotty, which isn't the end of the world, but again, it is, you know, something to be mindful of. And, well, not much else will we see. Not much else we will see. POGfish goes up 4-1. Genesis falling behind. The way DPL wants to show GP as a tactical game with lots of planning. The map view of the map gives a better tactical feel. Foom. What is the planning phase of this game? Yeah, Siege has a lot of planning, but you still see a lot of everyone setting up. That's what you said. I don't know why Tetra is getting on my ass about potentially doing alternatives, but it's fine. The production team doesn't want to use... I was trying to make the recommendations to potentially use the sat view when we're just kind of sitting here because it gives, you know, a little bit more color. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, let's take a look what happens here. We do have the Saber AP25. We have the NAC 11 on Aisha, Dad with the AP25, and Foom with the KR82U. Gonna have a jungle push here to try and get some very solid security over a good majority of the map. But Breach goes out, Barb gets placed, and a good solid flash forces Playboys out of position because flashbangs in this game are absolutely ridiculous. Molotov hits the chamber like he wasn't really hoping it would. Reptart gets destroyed by Fishy. Fishy finally dies to Centriarii. The mop does fall, but we do have a pit push coming through. Man falls over and dies, and bomb is clear. And like I said, if POGfish is able to get to a 4th round, it does not matter. Once that is it, that is it. That is it. 2 more rounds. Snorm's memeing. Snorm's memes on himself because, yeah, this is going to be a quick series. It's feeling like it had some potential, and that potential is more or less gone. Yeah, it's getting ugly, lads. It's getting real ugly. It's not going home. It's going to POGfish. We are not, I mean, you can see even from the communication that we saw in that first round, where we saw a lot of communication, right, in the series 1, but now 1 p.m. game. So fun. Why is he so mad about losing a bunch of matches? Did he just wake up? Mate, it's 1 p.m. on an afternoon. I mean, at least you'll have... I mean, he's probably really happy because now he has the rest of his day to, you know, go out and play since he's about to get 2-0'd by POGfish. And I think we're seeing Genisis get tilted. But, yeah, I mean, look at this. You see POGfish is still communicating, still interacting, still drawing. But look where Genesis is. There's nothing. There is nothing getting written. There's nothing getting drawn. There is no memes coming out. Genesis is done and has checked out of this series. Yummy. Asgard Life, those are 2 different nouns. Well, I don't know if life is a noun, but, you know, that doesn't make sense. Anyways, pillbox in the middle of the map, for kill house here. Lots of flashes, lots of grenades for POGfish to utilize. And, yeah, I mean, you can see Genesis is just kind of sitting here. This is the biggest thing that I think we see as the #1 challenge for a lot of due process rivals teams, is that you do not get, you know, after the second set, or once you hit the second set, you hit the third set, the energy that the team has is so limited. It's so, you know, down to the basics because these guys are trying their absolute hardest to try and get some, you know, wins on the board. But frankly, it doesn't matter. I mean, I think what we need to see from a lot of rivals teams is multi-set scrimming with their teams, so that way when they go through a second series, a third series, potentially 4th, a 5th, you know, when we go into those grand finales when you have to do like a best of 7, you know, really getting to understand what your team's limitations are. And Jesus, Privy God goes down to basically 2 HP, still alive, but he's in a really ugly spot now as POGfish makes their way into the match here. We do have one man in backstage, backs all the way off. We have the POGfish team slowing down a little bit. And again, when once your team starts to slow down in terms of energy, it's very difficult for... Oh, goodness, hang on. Igmar goes out. Playboy's just mag dumping, but he's not hitting anything. The man had line of sight to try and catch something here, but he doesn't. Great flashbang, completely destroys Playboys' line of sight. Snorms gets in, and Playboys gets completely destroyed. Molotov comes in, but it doesn't matter. Snorms is going to be safe, and this POGfish team is just running away once again here on Killbox. Autoshotty finds a man with the wall bang. Snorms falls over and dies. Centriari with still full health on that Autoshotty, so this might be, again, another case of the man stays alive longer than just 1 kill. Foom keeping tabs on the rotate. You can see this is one thing that I've always appreciated from POGfish and a lot of the higher player teams. They know to be, oh god, he did it again! They did it again. Centriari is just going to sit here. 2 kills on the Autoshotty. Big engagements here. Fishy gets destroyed. This is good here. We're finally seeing some life here from Genesis. 20 seconds left. Dad and Aisha gonna have to make some magic happen. But here comes Centriari with a huge rotate. He's now in, but it doesn't matter. Reptart finally picks off Dad with the barbed wire. All that's left is Aisha, who's gonna start wall banging. And finally, we see a response after almost 15 rounds unanswered by Genesis. They finally get on the board. They're finally here. The boys are back in town, and their name is Genesis, keeping the match alive here on Kill House. I don't know if they were able to recover any of those Igmars, but they did. That auto shotty was in such a great location. Snarms never called out to Foom that the auto shotty was there. I mean, he literally just jumped up on there, and I don't know if he was going to try and just take the engagement or anything, but he had to have known it was there. Oh, that was ugly. That was an ugly throw. That was a case of POGfish just didn't care. That was sloppy. That was very, very sloppy. Anyways, factory now. 2-5. Waning Starlight is the operation name, and quite the map, to say the least. Quite the map. Excuse me one quick second as I'm going to run off once again and try and find something that you may or may not be interested in. Waning Starlight. More like waning vocal cords. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Huh? Caster Boy has no vocal cords, huh? Pretty good joke. Pretty good joke. Mop here in a really interesting position here for Genesis. They are going to just slap him. Is he going to be careful of a rotate? Is that the idea? I mean, look at the location of that mop. It just doesn't really make sense. Okay, yeah, now it's moved to storage. Okay. Generator kind of dividing the map in half, but again, does give the defenders some pretty good opportunities for rotates if push comes to shove. I'm not too certain if we do see any sort of rotate. Like, I don't know if the attacking team can go from docks into generator. If they can't, then generator is actually an amazing defensive position for the defenders. Snarms, Hoggers, Hypers in the chat as Snarms is just dropping down so many. It's the Snarmsia, the mafia of Snarms. He's spawning them. They're rumbling and bumbling and tumbling into the goal zone. Anyways, let's see. Mop does get played here for Genesis, so they are going to try and make some magic happen. Flare does get thrown by our Playboys sitting watching servers. And Gruber and Allegros sitting generator, so let's see where our POGfish team goes. As, well, it looks like it is going to be a 3-2 split. No. Oh, hang on. Conga Line's going to go all the way to Doc. And there is a Mop sitting here watching. So he's not going to be watching it immediately. But that's fine because there is one guy watching Doc. Molotov's smoke goes out immediately. Okay, so the generator can see into Doc, which is a big deal. Molotov does hit immediately, though, so this Doc smoke is going to last a little bit longer. Aisha's going to peek. Great flashes. Catches one guy off in generator, and they're in. Huge pick from Foom as no damage is taken. And we've got this team pushing in. The Mop is out of position. Dad does die, but the Igmar trades, kills Dad. Mop is picked. There's only two defenders left. What the heck? Holy cow, they're just falling all over the place. And the Saber on Fishy is going to start pushing his way in. Privy God out of position now. It's all going to come down to which... Oh, God, Foom just... No, Fishy finds Playboys. No one... Well, they couldn't see him. No one could have called that generator was getting pushed. And now there's only one man left. Fishy's going to watch servers. And here comes Privy God. He's going to slow peek. Mag drops, but doesn't. There he goes. Yep. And it is now 2-6. Jesus. Snarms already grabbed the Mop, so it's not like there's going to be a tough push here. Fishy's starting to spin to win. They smell it, boys. They smell it. 6-2 is going to be our score here. Genesis has to quite literally go perfect now if they want to just tie. Just to tie, not to try and push it into overtime or anything like that, just to tie. And while that would put them at a match point for Series 3 for this best of 3, it's gonna be tough, Chief. It's gonna be tough. And here we go. Don't go outside. If you go outside, the space police will find you and they will shoot you. C-Store is going to be where POGfish might get the final invite to go and become part of one of the official due process leagues. Or, if Genesis can hold them off for another 4 rounds consecutively, there's a chance. There's a chance. But right now, Genesis is fighting for a chance. POGfish is fighting for the opportunity to get promoted. There is going to be a completely, I mean, look at the communication. There is zilch from Genesis here. Tellers is in a very odd spot. I mean, that's like one grenade gets thrown in there and Tellers is just toast. So we'll have to see if they decide to take a grenade or anything. But you can see Clacker is going to try and open up storefront. Nothing too wild and crazy there. And interesting, casters are talking about it, but it looks like it's going to be a bathroom rush potentially. Oh, okay, so they're going to use both of their utility here. Look at this. There's going to be one for the wall breach and then one for the bathroom, which is honestly a great idea. This is the kind of round where you'd want to go all in. Absolutely. You would want to go all in as the attackers. You've got the opportunity to go for the kill, and frankly, there's no reason why they shouldn't. POGfish should be feeling really good right about now. Flare goes up. Yeah, look at this. Genesis is done. I mean, they've got the barbed wires, but there's no communication. There's no communication. Anyways, Omega Sword is going to be the operation name, and here we go. Nothing. Okay, there is one auto shot. The auto shot is on Centuriari, and he's going to be sitting here in the fridges area, and it's already been circled off by Fishy. So, yeah, these guys are very aware of the opportunity of what might be coming here. Snarms with the mop, Dad with the AP-25, Aisha with the AP-25, Fishy with the combat shotty, and Foom with the snubber, or Gruber, excuse me. Snarms is going to start sneaking past the, with the wall charge here, so they're not going to be going, hang on, where's he going with this thing? He went the longest possible route. There we go. Oh, that he had a Molotov. If anyone was in there, they're definitely gone now. Bathroom gets open. Defense team all the way on the left. Dad just spinning in the corner. Oh, what an absolute meme. It's going to be a 4v5 push. Smoke hits out, and that little cubby is completely smoked off now. Flash goes out. Storefront is going to be opened up, and here comes the gun trades. Dad falls to Privy God, and Fishy finds the rotating Reptart. Combat Shoddy versus Auto Shoddy. Auto Shoddy always wins it. Aisha gets the warning. Is he aware? He is aware of the auto shot. Here comes. He does find him and kills him, and boom, absolutely obliterates 2 other players on the defending side, and that is it. POGfish get the promotion.
It's out of Methazine, and that's the game. That's 7-2 to POGfish.
What a game, what a series. POGfish securing themselves.
Close call, my ass.
Matches. What can we say? That was a good game to watch. And POGfish really showing that they are a DPL level team and that they are going to make these plays. And I can't wait to see how they do in their promotion match. I think they're going to do very well. I think we could see POGfish go all the way to DPL and become a serious competitor there. Yes,
there it is.
That has been POGfish versus Genesis, ladies and gentlemen, for the promotion slot. What a game. Really showing POGfish is just a dominant team in this. Do you have any final thoughts here, Tetra?
I mean, yeah, they're probably, you know, if we exclude Neo, they're probably one of the better teams in the in Rivals right now, and having them